They say hard work speaks for itself. But in the wrong room, even the loudest excellence can go unheard, drowned out by assumptions whispered under polished smiles. And that's what happened to Danielle Brooks, a woman whose name, before anyone even met her, had already decided her fate in a company that swore it was inclusive. This isn't just a story about being passed over. It's a story about how quiet power moves when the world thinks it isn't watching. Before we begin, make sure to hit subscribe and turn on notifications. Because every week we tell stories that remind the world what real strength looks like when it refuses to shrink. The glass facade of Sterling Financial Group shimmered under the Atlanta sun, 30 floors of ambition, hierarchy, and unspoken rules. Inside, the hum of keyboards and the smell of burnt coffee filled the air. Danielle Brooks adjusted her blazer, took a quiet breath, and stepped into the conference room. She wasn't nervous. She'd led a dozen successful projects, saved the company over $3 million in logistics in just 2 years. But today's meeting wasn't about results. It was about recognition. "Morning, team," said Tom Whitaker, the regional director. He was tall, confident, the kind of man who thought charm could hide condescension. "Before we begin," he said, "I'd like to congratulate Mark Simmons on his promotion to senior manager." Applause filled the room. Danielle clapped too, because that's what grace does even when your chest tightens. Mark smiled awkwardly. He'd been on her team for barely a year. She had trained him, wrote his reports, fixed his mistakes quietly. Her promotion review? Deferred until next quarter. Tom's eyes flicked toward her. "Danielle, we really appreciate your hard work. But you know how these things go, culture fit matters." Culture fit. That's what they called it. When the work was perfect, the attitude was spotless, and the only thing left to critique was something they couldn't name aloud. Later that day, Danielle sat alone in the break room, her lunch untouched. Behind her, whispers drifted between co-workers. "Did you see her face?" one said. "She thought she was getting it for sure. Well, maybe next year. Yeah, if she learns how to blend in more." She stirred her coffee slowly, eyes fixed on the window. She'd been here before, not just in this office but in every space where excellence had to fight to be believed. When she was first hired, the recruiter told her, "Honestly, Danielle, your resume surprised everyone. We weren't expecting you to have this much experience." She had smiled politely. They always said it like a compliment. That evening, long after most had gone home, Danielle sat at her desk under the quiet buzz of fluorescent lights. Her cursor hovered over the Compose button. Subject line, "Promotion Feedback Request." She read it 3 times before hitting send. Hours later, a reply pinged back, short, impersonal. "Hi Danielle, thanks for reaching out." Leadership felt that Mark's communication style better represents the brand image. "Keep up the good work." She stared at the screen, the words echoing louder with every heartbeat. "Represents the brand." That was their polite way of saying he looked the part, and she didn't. She leaned back, eyes closing for a moment. Her reflection in the monitor stared back, tired but unbroken. Because somewhere deep down, she knew this moment wasn't the end. It was exposure of them, not her. 2 weeks later, Sterling Financial announced a company-wide audit. New leadership was being installed, a CEO known for reforming outdated systems. His name was David Lawson, mid-50s, seasoned, direct, no tolerance for bias. On his first day, he sent a company-wide memo. "Send me your best ideas, the ones ignored or dismissed. I'll read every one." Danielle hesitated. Then she opened a new email. Subject, "A better way to see value." She attached a presentation she'd built months ago, a data-driven restructuring plan she'd pitched to Tom once and been told, "It's too ambitious. Let's not shake things up." Now she hit send. 3 days later, she was called to the executive floor. The elevator doors opened to a quieter world, carpets instead of tile, art instead of bulletin boards. She clutched her folder tightly, stepping into the conference room where David Lawson, the new CEO, waited. He stood, offering a handshake. "Danielle Brooks," he said. "I've been reading your proposal." Her heart raced. "You have?" "Front to back," he said, smiling. "You've just outlined what could save this company millions. Why wasn't this implemented before? She hesitated. It brought it up once, she said carefully. It wasn't received well. Lawson frowned. Not received well? This is brilliant. He turned to his assistant. Set up a presentation for the board next week. I want Danielle leading it. She blinked. Sir, No, sir, he said kindly. Call me David. And don't thank me, thank yourself for doing the work nobody else had the courage to. For the first time in a long time, someone had looked at her and seen the work, not the name attached to it. The board meeting was scheduled for a Monday morning. When she walked in, every seat was filled, including Tom's. He froze when he saw her. Danielle? You're presenting this? Yes, she said evenly. Mr. Lawson requested it. The CEO nodded toward her. Let's begin. For 20 minutes, Danielle spoke clearly, confidently, explaining metrics, cost efficiencies, and cultural strategies to reduce turnover. Every slide was proof that she'd been overlooked not because she wasn't ready, but because they weren't ready for her. When she finished, the room was silent. Then applause. Lawson smiled. This is what leadership looks like. He looked at Tom. We need more of this, not less. Tom swallowed. Of course, sir. Lawson turned to Danielle. I'd like to implement your plan company-wide. Effective immediately. Her voice barely held steady. Thank you. No, he said softly. Thank you for reminding us what bias costs us every day. Later that week, Tom's office door was closed. Rumors spread fast. He'd been reassigned. Danielle never gloated. She kept doing the work just as she always had. Until one afternoon, Lawson stopped by her desk. I wanted to tell you something, he said. I looked into your background before our meeting. She froze. Your father, Samuel Brooks, he worked with my division years ago, didn't he? Civil engineering, federal contracts. Danielle smiled faintly. Yes, sir. He did. He built the first logistics framework we ever used, Lawson said almost to himself. And now his daughter's improving on it. I guess excellence runs in the family. Danielle laughed softly. I just do my best. And that, Lawson said, is why I'm promoting you, officially this time. Her breath caught. To senior operations? He smiled. Director. You've already been leading from that seat anyway. That night, Danielle sat at home by her window, city lights flickering below. Her laptop was open, emails from colleagues flooding in. Congratulations. You earned it. She typed one reply, thank you. Then she closed it. She didn't need the applause. The lesson had already been learned. Bias didn't stop her, it exposed others. And when people finally saw the truth, she didn't have to say a word. Because respect doesn't come from a title. It comes from consistency. From showing up even when ignored. From building quietly until the foundation can't be denied. Danielle Brooks didn't win by fighting louder. She won by standing taller. And in the silence of that victory, the world finally learned her name meant more than they ever imagined. Sometimes the real promotion isn't the job title. It's the moment you stop needing someone else's permission to see your own worth. If this story moved you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because every week we tell stories that remind the world that quiet strength changes everything. Because real power doesn't demand attention. It earns it.